Today on Project Shop, I'm gonna try something a little different. I got a head cam on. I don't know how well this is gonna work because I move around a lot. So I got a bunch of copper wire here. I'm probably only gonna strip the stuff that's like that thick. This smaller stuff here, I'm just gonna add to, I got this steel, this insulated wire from that load where I made this aluminum donut. I got all that separated and the weights on that, so we'll just add it to it when I take it all to the scrap yard. And then I got a whole bunch of random scrap that's been building up. I got to get out of here. Bunch of lights. These are wall packs from the side of buildings like Publix's, Walmart's. They all have these lights here that mount to the side of the wall. I get a ton of these. These are high bays, 400 watt high bays. And I got some more aluminum wire I'll strip down and add to that coil, and some BX. And then I also have probably like 5 of these transformers, a whole bunch of them over there. It's getting out of control, so we're just gonna keep knocking this scrap out and get it out of here because I gotta go get more. So let's get this party started. See how we're doing here. Looks like it's cutting a little bit there or something. Yeah, we're still cutting a little tight on. We'll give it a little turn and then jack these up. If you adjust this just right, hear that slapping when that opens up and the springs push it back down. If you adjust it just right, they really won't move. I mean, there's a point where even the front and back roller, they'll just be right there exactly where they're supposed to be. And I'll show you how you can kind of get close to that. Basically, you run it in there and just shut it off. And then you can see where the things are going to be. So you hit it until it touches and then just back it off. Hit it until it touches and then back it off. Same thing here. Back it off a little bit, and we're going to squeeze this a little bit harder. We really wanted to strip. Let's see what's going on here. Yeah, we're not cutting that copper. I like to get it to a point where I can run my hands down it with no gloves. But when you're doing multiple size wire, it's kind of hard. If you're stuck with one size wire, you get it set up, you get it cutting just right. And a lot of times, if you set this hole up, you could strip either hole to the side of it without adjusting anything, and it'll be pretty much really close. When you get into the bigger wire, you actually have to open this thing way up. So then you got to start changing the spring tensions and everything like that. So now, this is why I like this right here, because I got this in there. Everything's tight. That's a lot of hard starting on the motor. You can just start it up like this, and then just once the rotating mass of that motor and that pulley and everything gets going, it's a lot easier to get it going like that. Sometimes you start this thing up, man, especially I got it running on an extension cord, you start popping breakers and shit. Oh, there it goes. Got tight. Like a knot in a rope. Oh, it was right there too. Okay, on the smaller wire, when you get into from this roller over, and this machine here is actually missing a blade. So someone had taken this apart, and basically this roller on the backside is one solid shaft that has these cut, like they must have put this in a lathe ran a knurling machine or bit over here, and then cut these grooves. And then this one here is basically a smaller threaded shaft. And then these just slide on. I don't know, I haven't taken this apart yet, but this might be the full size. And then they cut it down on a lathe here, and then they put a thread. I don't know how far that thread goes, but these are basically just spacers, different size spacers in between. And when I bought this machine, I bought it for 250 bucks in pieces. What happened was, see this here? These are the original things, right? This one's actually broke, but I got it cranked down so hard on that side because there's a gear. What I eventually want to do is take these gears off, mount another bearing with a shaft, and put a sprocket on it, 2 sprockets actually, so I can run from here out to with a chain to another sprocket, and then back, and then this will be able to float without stripping this gear. Because if you loosen this up, this starts to open up, and then sometimes them gears start chattering where they're skipping, and it's not cool. So that's actually what happened. I wiped the gears out, or not me, but I let someone use that wire stripper. So anyway, this was in pieces, and I had to make these. What I did is I took just a bolt, and I cut the bolt down. I wish I had one here. And then I just drilled a hole in the top of the bolt. And basically this is like a valve spring for a car, almost, basically. And I took apart some generators, and I saved a whole bunch of the springs. So keep looking for the same size. And every time you move this around, you kind of open it up so you can see what you got and find all the hidden treasures. We're always looking for hidden treasure. Nice little spools. See, that'd be nice to put on the windmill. All these little chunks. That's some #1 copper. This is the size we're looking for. All this stuff. A nice little bonus there. Look at that. Dang. This is what we're looking for. Stuff like this. This. Probably strip that. More treasures. What's that? Another treasure. Man. Okay. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's aluminum. Aha. See? Sometimes they'll get you. Okay, here, let me show you this one. Solid core. That's some nice stout stuff. Now you could just like peel the end off and grab usually that one. Here, I'll show you. Now I could just run this through the machine, but if you find, I don't know, that might be spiraled. We might have to run this through the machine. I got no pliers here. See if we can do it with this. See that? Pulls right out of there. Take your solid core. Actually, we gotta adjust the machine. Shit. Here, just drop this down. That's why you gotta stick to one size. You'll be constantly adjusting shit. Yeah, there we go. A lot of times, I don't even try to undo that. I'll just start from the other side. Got 2 different size wires here. Just start with one. Make sure it's stripping. Make sure you don't get caught. Let the machine separate it. We ain't got time to be cutting all that freaking that tape. Sometimes they get crazy with the tape. Separates it. That's a smaller size. Maybe it'll do it. I got it jacked up. Yeah, it's cutting it. Oh, see that? Okay. Now, the only thing I don't like about this setup is that there's not enough drop, because the bottom of that machine is actually down here. And what happens is it just builds up over here, but still better than picking it up off the ground.
You sound like you say, Jack, look.
Oh no, I'm sorry, dude.
That's all right, I'll keep looking at it.
I'm talking to myself.
Yeah, make sure you're all right.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work, so I'm just gonna film a bunch of footage. Just and that's when you stop. See, try to open it up as much as possible, because you're just gonna cut it and start sending pieces. And the main thing is try not to let it get a knot, you know? I'll lower that down a little bit, give it a little more squeeze. See it wrapping around there? And oh, it wrapped up. Yeah, I have that issue all the time. This is definitely an operation that keeps you on your toes, or possibly keeps you losing fingers. See that wire nut? Don't even worry about them either. Let that machine take them. Okay. White. This is solid core. Now, solid core, man, when I do this by myself, a lot of times I try to clean it up right away, or not make it long, because this stuff is a mess. Just let the machine do its thing, you know? And we sometimes come into problems like this. Just give it a little back up, pull that out, send it. Yeah, this stuff makes it just tangles into everything on the back side. It doesn't lay nice. About the same thickness. Oh, that's stripping nice. Some more of that red wire. You know, once you get in a good routine, this goes pretty quick. And if you just stick to one color, one size, the more you pull out, the faster it goes towards the end, because you know you're cutting ends off. And see that normally I wouldn't even bother with that, but just let the machine do its job. Now I am going to put some more guards up here. Actually, what I'm going to do is like make this a funnel, so it's going to push it out no matter what. Because as you can see, a lot of times this shit comes back, and you know, it's kind of dangerous when it gets up around here, because I've had these get wrapped up in here, and a couple times that belt come flying past my head. You know, that's definitely probably some more OSHA violations. So we'll get that worked out here shortly. And stuff coils up back here pretty nice most of the time, and then I could just, as long as I don't cut it with the blade, I should be wearing gloves. My hands are filthy, but you can literally just like pull your hand down it, you know. So we'll get the drum. I got a drum right here. I got to get up over there. That was from that other load I stripped down. All right, let's finish that size. Let's see what we got. Some chunks this size. That looks like we're getting down to it. Oh, that's never happened to me before. That is a wire crimp. Man, I got wedged in there good. Yep. Let the machine do the job. Don't work harder than you have to. Yeah. Okay.